the CBD, right? I was speaking about the CBD flower,
Yeah.
and you were like, that shit don't get you, it don't get you high. At least that's what you told me.
No,
But
well, no,
I,
I don't know about the flower, but the CBD oil, no, the CBD oil doesn't get you high. Now, I was looking at the CBD flower. It says it does have small THC content. So basically, it's like micro dosing THC. So,
okay,
but I look at it like this: if you're gonna microdose, why don't you just smoke? But I don't know.
yeah, but I mean, if it does have that low content in it, it's good for me for the whole random drug test shit. You know what I'm saying?
But it's still gonna be in your system.
But it won't be as hard to get out. Don't try to regulate my common logic, even if it ain't common or logic, nigga. Just let me think about the shit that I want to think about. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think you need to do some more research on it before you go bubbing some shit you ain't ready to be bubbing.
Well, I did smoke a blunt, you know, with my partner of it, and in all truth, I did feel something, but what I liked about it was I didn't feel the whole, uh, I guess, body high, as it were.
You
I didn't
microdosed.
feel,
You didn't get the
yeah,
full high
the,
effect.
yeah, and that was cool for me because shit, I smoked that shit, and the elephant get to telling me that he in the room, and
Uh,
the clowns get to peeking through my
uh,
window,
uh,
and
uh.
and Jason come in, and it's a whole lot of shit that don't be good that start going on.
Now, I
You know
just
what I'm saying?
now from my small amount of research that I did, it did say that. Now, if you go around and go bub you some CBD oil and smoke it and think you're gonna get some high from it, then you are going to be surely mistaken, sir, and
Yeah,
you are
well,
going to
I
be
wasn't
pissed
talking
off.
about the oil though. That kind of made sense. I wasn't even inquiring about the oil because I didn't really see where that would do anything anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's the oil. That's what I heard from about the oil, and what I looked up for it. It I already knew that, but I just wanted to confirm because I was like, maybe I'm telling him something. Maybe he's telling me something that I don't know, and I'm bubbing him the wrong way. So I just did a quick little flower get you high in Google, and it says right here, low THC cannabis is basically a low cannabis
yeah.
deal.
Well, the jar I saw said it. It said I know usually
Mm-hmm.
when I would get weed
Mm-hmm.
in the what do you call it, recreational and medicinal era, the modern era. It says when you ask like what's the content, they tell you, oh, it's 25%, you know, or 18% or whatever. The jar that I saw said that it was 0.3%, so it's significantly low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
saying when I hit it, I did eventually start feeling like something was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it just didn't have me out of whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, shit, put that. Like, I didn't hit it. I didn't hit it once, and be like, God damn, nigga, they coming. They after me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That paranoia.
So yeah, that shit. You know, uh, I don't know. I just wanted to give it a try, and with it being, I wanted to give it a try, and with it being so low, like you said, microdosing, I figure, man, hit this a couple times and then lay off of it, cleanse the system, and should be easier to come clean in those 30 days. Perhaps, just how I'm guessing.
From what I understand, I could be wrong. It doesn't matter really the quantity of how much it is. If it's but I could be wrong. What I heard
Hmm.
is if it's in your system, it's in your system regardless.
Okay.
But again,
Wait.
I could be completely wrong. It could be the test result. The test could be based on how many, I guess, what is it, milligrams or nanograms or whatever is in your system versus,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Right. Well, I know either way it go. You know, in my industry that I work in, it's I don't think it would matter anyway. I feel it's stupid if you're doing that job in this state, if it's legal, leave people the fuck alone. I mean, you don't have proof of when, what, where, and how. But you can always tell if somebody is high right now. There's really, I don't care how good you hold your composure, it's really no way to not know that the motherfucker's high if you're in that office right now. There's really no way to not know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's you're doing a profession. There's a gray area there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess, but I guess I just don't like how the stuff that's not good for you,
Mm-hmm.
cigarettes, the alcohol, you can do that shit all day and it leaves in a certain
And
time
nobody's
frame
testing
towards
for it.
yeah. Boy, they test for alcohol, but I can drink a beer now and go to work in 6 hours and not test for
Yeah, but I
alcohol. You know
think
what I'm
alcohol
saying?
leaves your body in 3 hours
Yeah, well,
per
or whenever
drink or
you
something
eat
like
and
that.
piss out, yeah, and it crystallizes into your system, metabolism, or whatever it is. But either way it goes, for marijuana to linger so long, it's not a bad thing. So I would like to see that just get eradicated for what they're testing for altogether. It's a little too much to ask for. I understand, you know what I mean, but this just
Well,
how I feel.
it'll probably get eradicated for regular jobs, but then again, when you're dealing with the job, you're not dealing with the government law. You're dealing with whatever business law that they have, whatever their guidelines are. So that's where the gray area is. And being that you're in a business where you drive, I can see why they would want to test. I mean, if you're not doing something where you could actually risk. I mean, you're driving a fucking death machine down
Put
the
that up.
road.
Put that up for me. Right
You
there
know
by
what I
the
mean?
flowers. Look.
You know
To
what
the
I mean?
refrigerator. Yeah. I'm
You're
sorry. I
driving.
was talking to my kid. It's bothering me. Go ahead.
You're driving it. Like I said, you're driving a death machine down the road. You're not drive. You're not even if you're in a taxi. You're driving a death machine down the road. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can see why they would do that
Yeah.
for somebody who's doing driving as a profession, as a career base. I couldn't see somebody testing somebody who works at McDonald's for marijuana. That's kind of
Yeah,
stupid.
like as far as the randoms, but my whole thing with
Yeah.
it, I agree 100%
Well, no,
with that.
I still feel the
But it's
randoms are
stupid
okay.
to me. It's still stupid to me on the level of if it's legal. Now here's the thing: in the event of an accident, off the top.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the tests work, but I've been told that there's a way to tell about how much was intook, intook
Yeah.
your
How long
intake
ago it
was.
was in your system
Yeah, and
and
if they
how
can
it's
do all
depleting
that,
out.
then leave me alone. If you could tell I smoked a blunt 2 or 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
nigga, I'm not still high today.
Yeah, I think they do that
Le-
with. I think they do that with sports with MMA fighters when they test them for all those steroids and stuff. I think it's something about how long ago it was in your system and all this and that, and then
okay, so it
it's
can't be
something.
done then.
Yeah, now I don't know if it can be done with marijuana. That's or cannabis. That's something totally different.
Oh, okay,
But I hear about with fighters with steroids and stuff when they take their testing and all that stuff. And what was it, John Jones, who recently he had all that controversy about steroids and
yeah,
all that stuff. And
yeah,
you can get contaminated batches of protein shakes or whey shakes with them. That shit is that they take
yeah.
supplements.
What was that? What it was, or that was his story?
He was claimed. Well, he had a. So his story here goes. His story. He fought, tested, and he came out that he pissed hot, and
Okay.
controversy about that because he had pissed hot previously. And so he was going on a different suspension type of thing. They were going to ban him or some shit like that to that effect. And he was fighting it because he was saying that no, yeah, okay, I pissed hot last time, but no, this isn't the case. And it had to do with something with it was residual drug in his system that was released out of his fat content of his body as he was working
Okay.
out and thinning out for fighting when he was coming
Okay.
back. So it happened. It was something about that, something biological about that situation, and it was something that they found out as they were testing and learning, doing more research and learning more research
Right.
things with it. So
Okay.
he ended up getting able to get his license back to continue fighting.
Okay. So essentially, it was the latent affect of having done it for the original test.
Correct.
It's still in the system, so
Correct.
they decided not to hold it against him.
Well, they suspended him at first, but once they did all their initial testing and everything, and you know their research and data analyst stuff, they came to the conclusion that the amount that was residual in his system had no effect on him in performance wise.
Okay,
So
so they did a recall based on that.
yeah, because
Okay,
it was so the percentage was so low that it has to be residual stuff that was already still in his body that's just bleeding out because over time, you know what I mean?
right.
And it does
So
it's no longer having any performance enhancing effects on his performance.
okay, so you think that that's like not possible to do with marijuana?
I think it is possible. How? I don't know how they would have to do that. You know, that's not my area of expertise.
Yeah.
If they can do it with steroids, I don't see why they couldn't do it with.
Couldn't, yeah, because I'm just saying, isn't it just toxicology? Period. You know what I'm saying? That's all
Yeah,
it is, really. You know,
but I don't
if
know
you
if they
can.
have. I don't know if they have what kind of studies they have on that. You know, because since the drug was illegal for so long, I don't know if that's something that they have actually researched and figured out. You know, down to the nanoparticle of how much you had in your system versus how much you have now and the time
Mm,
framing of that. I don't know if they have that data point.
oh, okay.
It may just be a point where they never had to really test for it. If it showed up, it showed up, and that's what they went on because it showed up. Not versus, oh, okay, well, we see you have point blah 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 milligrams of this in your system, but it's not really effective. This is just residual stuff that's bleeding out
Okay.
or leaching
Okay.
out, however you want to say it. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Okay. Well, I
sure.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can do it, but I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't know if they have any data points on that subject.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just don't like it, but I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's not an important thing. People could just say, they just sober up and quit fucking smoking weed, but it's kind of enjoyable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For those of us who enjoy
it's
it,
it's a
but
hypocritical rule. It's a hypocritical rule when you have like you articulated when you can drink one day and then go drive the next day and you're fine. Even if
yeah.
you or drink one day, go take the test the next day and you're fine. It should be the same way. But I get your point. I get your perspective on that. I get your point on that.
Hmm.
But I don't think it will stop with people that deal with heavy machinery who have to do drug testing. I don't think that's going to stop.
Yeah, nah,
They may
you're right.
relax it. They may relax it
Yeah,
though. They may relax it if they have those data points that we're talking about. Then they may relax it to the point where it's like, okay. And I do agree. If you have an accident, that should be. If you're a driver by profession, you should be drug tested. I mean, I do agree with that.
yeah. I mean, but I'm saying it's selfish. It's not important. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not a
You
major
just don't want to
thing.
do it.
I just don't. I just don't want to deal with that shit. If because how you said it is all I'm saying, bro. If a motherfucker can get drunk and still work the next day, and you
You should be able to
uh
smoke and go to work the next day.
yeah, you know what I mean. Fuck it. It ain't like I'm still high from yesterday.
Yeah, not off weed. I mean, if you are, that means you ain't smoked in forever and forever, ever, 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 and you stopped smoking the day and slept for 1 hour and
Well,
went
that would
right to
be
work.
different because you definitely still. I mean, come on. You feel. I'm talking about. Okay, say like
You
you go to
smoke,
work.
you eat, you lay
Yeah, you
down, you
go.
go to
Yeah, you
sleep, you
go to
wake up
work.
the
You go
next day.
home. Right, and I'm not even talking about traditional truck driving hours because those are very long. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And so if I
just
get
a
home
regular
at
9 to 5, like a
one
nine to
o'clock in the
five.
morning and I'm smoking, and then I get up and go back to work before that 10 hour, which you're not supposed to, or right at that 10 hour, anywhere in there at the 10 hour and after, I'm good. I'm not still the same high.
Yeah, yeah. It's gone. You may now if you've been drinking, you may have a hangover if you get those. I don't get those.
Yeah, that I mean that's true. That's true. I don't know. Like I said, it's selfish for me. I just don't like it.
You
You
just
know
don't
what
want
I'm
to do
saying?
it. Just say it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to smoke my weed in peace, and if I have to work the next day, let me just work.
Yeah, I mean, and but everybody's not responsible. I get it. I
Yeah.
would, but see, I don't even like to drink and drive. See, I don't even like feeling the buzz from drinking and driving. I don't like none of it. And that's not to say I've never done that. Of course, we all have went out and maybe had a couple drinks and still drove home.
Yeah.
So it happens. But you know what I'm saying, my nigga. I
Yeah,
just don't
I
like
don't like
it.
it either.
I wouldn't get high and drive because I wouldn't get high and drive.
Yeah.
You know, I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. It's not worth it. I have gotten buzzed and drive before. Well, when we were young, though, I mean, that's different. We used to be fucked up. Let's let all of us.
Well, when
The
you young,
Riviera, the Cutlass, whatever the fuck we was in,
when you young
we
and
was
dumb, you
fucked
do
up.
dumb
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. We was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But
So
I'm talking about now. I don't like the feeling of that extra apprehension when I'm trying to, navigate a vehicle. I
yeah,
don't
well,
like it.
you're older now. You're more mature. You know, you got more responsibility, and you see things differently from when we were in our late teens, early 20s. You know, it comes with age. It comes with age. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah, yes sir. Yo, it's the ugly. I'm about to break it. Man, fuck that. Check it out. Power and momentum. Vocal bullets bring the host to your building. Same time, feed the souls of your children. Closed minds get exposed to the vision. Same time, double-edged sword to the throat of the serpent and kingdom. Kinda hard not to walk.